So what I want you guys to be able to understand is how to use your calculator in real time and how to make sense of these oddball questions they may throw at you in your introductory to finance courses. So let's try to make sense of it, and let's look at this question in which we need to find n. We need to find how much time will it take for us to double our money. And that's a question that you would want to know in real life too. So right now, we're going to see how we could use our calculator by identifying key elements and just by using, logic and intuition to find an answer in literally 2 seconds. So we have this question in which we're prompted to find n. How long will it take to double your money if you deposit in a savings account which gives you 2% per year of interest, compounding semi-annual? So listen, I'm not going to waste my time and underline stuff when we could just identify the key points really quickly. This is meant to give you a sound understanding of how to use your calculator and make sense of basic TVM concepts. So of course, in the question, they're telling us you have 2% per year of interest, okay? 2% per year of interest. So our IY is equal to 2. They're also telling you that you are essentially looking at something at a compounding semi-annual, okay? So that's what we're looking at. So because your CY is 2, because you're compounding semi-annually, essentially, by the way, CY on your calculator, and when they give you that in the question, just remember that CY means compounding per year, the amount of compounding periods per year. So of course, in an exam or in a question, if they tell you compounding semi-annual, you want to know that your CY in this case has to be 2, and vice versa, compounding annual would mean 1 and so forth. In this case, we're going to set our PY, so our payments per period or payments per year in this case as 1, all right? As 1, and then we're going to set our payments, okay? Because we're looking at, right now we're saying, hey, if you deposit money in a savings account, okay? We're not telling you that you're making any payments. So that means that your payments would actually be 0. Can we understand that if we're telling you, hey, you're depositing money once, okay? You're depositing money once, and we want to know that you have no payments here, right? So you're depositing your money once. There are no contributions at a regular interval. There's no annuity or perpetuity being placed here. So that's the concept, okay? But now we want to know, how do we double our money? Now, if you want to make this easy for yourself, you could literally put $1 and as your present value. This is the money that you place today, and you want to know how and when will you find a future value of $2, right? Because you're doubling your money. And you can do the same thing if you place, for example, as your present value 100, and then you set your future value as 200. And this idea remains. Like, for example, you could put your present value as 50 and then your future value is 100. The idea is that you always want to double your money. So in this case, for the sake of the demonstration, we're going to place our present value as 100, and we're going to set our future value as 200. You don't need to worry about the signs too much in this case. You just want to be able to compute for n because we're seeking time. So you want to be able to compute for n. All right? And that's exactly what we're doing. At the end of it all, we said, how long will it take for you to double your money? And then, of course, if we look at this right here, we have our present value of $100. We have our future value of $200. Of course, that's a 2 times multiplier. So all that you have to do now is place this onto your calculator, okay? So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to press second and then IY. So we're going to set our payment frequency, our payments per year, as 1. We're going to set our CY as 2 because in the question they told us that we're compounding semi-annually. So just like that, we have all of our good stuff, 1 and 2. So once you're done with that, you could press clear twice to get back to your original screen. And now we want to be able to set our interest as 2. We want to be able to set our present value as 100. We want to be able to set our payments as 0. And we want to be able to set our future value as 200. Now, all that is left to do is computing for n. All that is left to do is computing for n. So you press compute n, and it's going to give you 34.83. It's going to give you 34.83. And it's as simple as that. We got our answer. So it's as simple as that. You find n equals 34.83. All right. And in this case, we consider our payments as per annual, per year, per annum. Therefore, in this case, it would be 34.83 years. And it's simple as that. That's how you get a pretty good intuition of what we're doing when it comes to little oddball questions that they may throw at you in the exam. This is not a difficult question. This is not something that's asking you to be really, really knowledgeable. But it's really gonna throw you something that's simplistic that may put you out of your comfort zone because you focus on harder questions. So by mastering your calculator and by mastering this concept, you're gonna be able to answer a question that they may very well throw at you on an exam. So that's how you find the amount of periods, that's how you find n, and hopefully this was helpful to you. Now, the idea is to be able to master your calculators to the best of your capabilities. There's a lot of things on your calculator that lets you expedite a lot of processes when it comes to exam questions. And that's exactly what we did here. So, hopefully this was helpful.